Greetings and thanks for ending your Monday on 2K Sports with some NBA hoops. And our broadcast team tonight, Grant Hill and Steve Smith. Allie LaForce, our reporter. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks, Brian. Well, Klay Thompson asked what he thinks about when he's shooting. He said, quote, nothing. You want to have a clear mind, a free consciousness, and just let it fly. When you go with the flow, you're in rhythm, and you're not really thinking about it, that's when it feels the best. Brian?
It's a thing of beauty, Allie. Thank you. The starters for the Golden State Warriors. All three shooters are out there. The splash triplets, Curry, Klay, and Poole. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Draymond Green. And for Los Angeles, Kawhi and Zubac make up the front court. Wall and Powell are the backcourt duo, and it's George in at the three. Well, Smitty, these two teams have been around the block a few times. Both rosters filled with veterans.
No surprises tonight, B.A. These guys have faced off on various teams so many times, they know all of their opponent's tricks. Here we go.
So the Clippers win the tip. Now here's Wall. Pass to Leonard. Shoots over Wiggins. Leonard can't get it to go.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
Green against Leonard. Now Curry. Shot is up. Gets some space and parries the jumper.
Showing patience, taking time to read the defense. Draymond finds the open man.
Wall with it. Poole picks him up. Here's Leonard. Another shot. Gets another look. Pass to Wall. Just 5 on the clock. Zubac with a screen on Poole. Wall finds Zubac. And finally, they hit one.
You can trust Wall to find those openings. He's a talented distributor who wouldn't miss that chance. And Kawhi Leonard, one of 3 perimeter players to win back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards. It's him, Sidney Moncrief, and a young Dennis Rodman.
The Clippers have gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Pass to Zubac. First quarter and about a minute and a half in. Here's the teardrop. George's shot is off. And for his career, Kawhi Leonard has more steals than fouls, Greg.
You know, B.A., he and Jimmy Butler, I believe, the only 2 players to achieve that after a decade in the league. A pretty remarkable achievement.
Here's Wall. Zubac with a screen on Poole. Wall, the pass to Zubac. Over Thompson. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Golden State has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Pass to Green. Back to Curry. The 3-ball. Powell pulls it in.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
Zubac with it. Now here's Wall. And here's Leonard. Launches a 3. And the Clippers miss again. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Outside Curry. Green with a screen on Leonard. And here's Curry for 3. Curry with another miss. Curry's gone 1 for 4 from the field. Thompson against George. Outside Wall. 3-pointer. The rebound by Wiggins.
Defensively, you pick your poison. That time, they gambled off the right guy.
At 6'7", Draymond is always capable of skying up for slams like that one.
Timeout called, the Clippers. And the Clippers making a change here. Morris is checked in. The Warriors also with a sub. DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Poole. Clippers trail. Outside Wall. Leonard against Wiggins. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Leonard. Jackson, he's checked in for Wall.
Reggie Jackson.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. The three from Curry. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
And you've seen they've made numerous attempts to try to get him going. Shows how valuable he is to this offense.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
And his rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
Now here's Wiggins. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. Leonard passes to Powell. 1:49 left now in the first quarter. From 12 feet. The rebound by Wiggins. The Warriors leading. Green finds DiVincenzo. No luck on that one. Good work defensively by Leonard.
Yeah, back in the day when I was playing, the Clippers were always an easy win. Now, LA is consistently a playoff team. Boy, oh boy, how times have changed.
Now here's George. Clock at 6. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. And the Clippers miss again. And the Warriors with possession here. And your last year in the league, the 12-13 season, you played for the Clippers.
Yes, I did. And a great team at that. Blake Griffin, CP3, all in their primes. We won the division for the first time in Clippers history. Team record 56 wins. That year was big in the turnaround for LA.
Beautiful location on the pass as usual. Led his man perfectly.
Curry against Jackson. Leonard with a screen on Curry. Here's Jackson. And again, it's the Clippers missing. The Warriors shooting an unremarkable 30% in the first. Shot and game clock separated by 5. DiVincenzo on the wing. Outside Curry. The three. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
The green light they gave him early should probably turn red. He needs to get others involved.
Here's Powell. Misses, and the dry spell continues. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Warriors ahead, up by 4. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. For those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And what do you guys think about the Warriors here in this one?
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
So on the floor for Golden State, Jonathan Kuminga is out there with Kevon Looney. Then it's Wiseman, then it's Donte DiVincenzo, and it's Poole in at the 2-guard spot. Basket's good.
You want to run your offense through him, a reliable scoring option.
DiVincenzo against Wall. Pass to Zubac. Wiseman with a steal. Kuminga down low. Outside, DiVincenzo. Wiseman, a screen on Wall. Nice shot by DiVincenzo. Well, you know it takes courage to draw charges. Guys get trucked all the time, and they still call a blocking foul. You think more of those should be no calls, Grant?
You know, B.A., courage is the right word. If you're willing to step in there and sacrifice your body for the sake of the team, you know what? If you don't give them a charge, I'd prefer the no call. I like that idea.
And we played through the first minute here in the second. Pass to Wiseman. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Clippers. Now Los Angeles with it, trailing by 8. Outside Wall. Shoots over DiVincenzo. And it's off the back of the rim. No good.
Trying to take advantage of soft defense. He might have gotten over-eager.
Pass to Looney. Here's Kuminga. Just 5 to shoot. And Wiseman the bucket on the assist by Kuminga. And now it's a 10-point Warrior lead.
And they're building up steam, getting out in front and trying not to look back.
They're doing it by building it out, step by step, valuing each possession.
Now here's Wall. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
Standing at 6'4", Wall is a big point guard. That size, along with his handles, help him operate inside.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
For me, they made a point to attack inside early in the game, and it's paid off for them. A lot of solid looks in the paint.
And from the jump, they've also clearly been focused on running effective plays here tonight. And there's been a lot of high-quality distribution from them on the floor.
And the second free throw is good.
And after a series of major injuries, Wall still remains one of the more athletic players in this league.
DiVincenzo against Wall. Wiseman, a screen on Wall. The 3, DiVincenzo. It's rebounded by Zubac. The Clippers trail. Here's Mann. Pass to Coffey. Here's Mann, guarded by Poole. Takes a 3. Connects from downtown. Mann's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Woo! He got a clean look, and he makes the defense pay for disrespecting him.
And that's out of bounds. Last touch by DiVincenzo.
Yeah, just couldn't make the connection, but you appreciate their attempt at moving the ball.
So for the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard comes in for Zubac. And it's Kennard in for Mann. The Warriors also with a sub. Curry, he's checked in for DiVincenzo. Now here's Wall. Outside Covington. Pass to Kennard. Leonard outside. Let's go with a 3. And again, no good by the Clippers.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Curry passes to Wiseman. Back to Curry. And that's a foul called on Stephen Curry. That's his first foul of the game.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
So for the Clippers, Morris, he's checked in for Covington. George comes in for Coffey. And it's Jackson in for Wall. For Los Angeles, they've gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. George, a screen on Curry. Jackson for 3. The shot no good, and Golden State will go the other way with it. They've led by as much as 10. Green, the pass to Curry. Thompson outside. Green in the post. George defending.
2 minutes remain in the
Wiggins from long range. Kennard with the rebound.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Pass to Jackson. Now Morris. George with it. Morris, a screen on Green. Back to Morris. It's good. Set up beautifully by George.
We know about George's ability as a scorer, but he's also unselfish and a skilled playmaker.
Outside, Green. Pass to Kuminga. Thompson outside. Tries to snap the cold streak. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
How can you leave this guy that wide open? Please, that's terrible.
And we think back to 2015, Grant. Klay Thompson with the best quarter in league history.
Oh, B.A. 37 points from him in one quarter, setting an NBA record. Klay 13 for 13 from the field and 9 for 9 from deep, taking only 4 dribbles the entire time. Only Klay Thompson, guys.
Kuminga with a screen on Jackson. Here's Curry. That one's good for 2. Curry's gotten his second bucket on the night.
He is at a different level when you start talking about handling the basketball. One of the best to ever do it.
Morris finds George. Fires from deep. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Green's got 5 rebounds in the game. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Wiggins outside. Down low. Here's Thompson. Drops in the layup for 2. And it's a 9-point Warrior lead.
Sometimes you forget how tall Klay Thompson is, which is what helps him score inside.
Pass to Morris. This one for 3. That shot is off. And so it's the Golden State Warriors. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And they've effectively guarded Kawhi Leonard all night. Not an easy task by any means. More 2K action in just a moment. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. One of the stories here, Klay Thompson. Man, is he getting it done today.
You know, I'm not really sure what defenders can do to slow him down. He's just too skilled.
You know, you almost take it for granted. You look at his numbers from the first half, they're just expected at this point.
Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. The Warriors leading. Hal and George are out on the wings. Kawhi and Zubac make up the front court. And it's Wall in at the point guard position. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Leonard against Wiggins. Back to Thompson. Launches it. The shot off that time. And Los Angeles the other way now. Here's Leonard. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. That one belongs to Wiggins.
Leonard has a great feel for when the defender is just a little out of position.
Leonard for a free throw. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Leonard.
Well, Kawhi has always been an elite defender, but he's become just as fearsome on the offensive end. You can tell he never stops working on his game.
And Leonard drops them both.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
Wiggins against Leonard. Wiggins passes to Curry. Thompson outside. For three. It's not going to go for him, and it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Powell finds Wall. And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. Here's Zubac. Yes, and it's Leonard with the assist that time. Zubac has got his second basket of the game.
Nice pass by Kawhi Leonard. You can tell he's been working on his playmaking.
Curry passes to Wiggins. Back to Curry. Green with a screen on Wall. Here's Curry. Uses the glass on the layup. Curry's got his third bucket of the night.
What a effort from Curry in the paint. Not letting anything hold him back.
Powell outside. George outside. Powell, a screen on Thompson. For three, George. No luck on that one. The Warriors go the other way with it. They've led by as much as 10. Outside Curry. Pass to Green. And it's hammered home by Green.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
It's a backbreaker for your defense, giving up easy buckets like that.
They get it again. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
Grabs the board and goes right in for the putback. I love it, B.A.
Yeah, wanting to close the gap. Makes sense to get aggressive on the glass here. Now here's Poole. Thompson outside. There's the triple. Leonard pulls down the board. Leonard's got 4 rebounds in the game. Outside Wall. Pass to George. To the inside. Here's Zubac. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. George has got 3 assists in the game.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
Now here's Curry. 6 points for him. Up top, Thompson. George defending. To the paint. Here's Wiggins. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Good work by Wiggins going right into the coverage. Now, he knows how to get himself to the line and get the shot off.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
Timeout call for Golden State. All right, folks. If you want a t-shirt, come on and make some noise. All right, everyone. Let's give a big hand for your Clipper Breakers.
For the Clippers, Covington's checked in for Zubats. Mann comes in for Paul George. And it's Jackson in for Wall. And a new group getting ready for the Warriors. Wiseman, he's checked in for Green. Looney comes in for Poole. Kuminga, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's DiVincenzo in for Curry. And the first one at the line is good.
Yeah, the first overall pick in 2014, Andrew Wiggins has carved out a nice career as a scoring wing.
And Wiggins drops them both. The Clippers have gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. DiVincenzo against Jackson. Leonard with a screen on DiVincenzo. Leonard up top. And yep, it's good.
You see the focus from Kawhi. When he's deep inside, he's locked in on scoring.
Here is DiVincenzo. Here's Wiggins. Kawhi Leonard comes up with a rebound. Leonard's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Covington, a screen on DiVincenzo. Powell. Good work defensively by Wiseman.
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
To the middle. From 7 feet, and that one drops. And the Warriors lead by 7.
I love the throwback basketball. Work it down low and set up your teammate.
And we've got 1:18 left in the third. Covington, a screen on Kuminga. Powell's shot is off. Golden State has got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. And there's Kuminga. That one's good on the assist by DiVincenzo.
Dante DiVincenzo.
DiVincenzo's got his 3rd assist of the night. Now here's Jackson. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. Powell outside. 46 seconds left in the third. Top of the key jumper, no good. The Warriors have gone 4 of 8 in the third. Wiggins outside. Pass to Wiseman. Shoots over Powell. The bank shot, no good. The Clippers trail. 19 seconds left in the third quarter. Covington passes to Leonard. Six on the shot clock. Jackson outside. Over Wiseman. The jumper from the wing off target. And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. They're communicating well and stringing together stops. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
You know, it takes good vision and it takes good decision making right there. He showed both, and he did so at a very high level.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. The Clippers shooting just around 26% for the game. So on the floor for Golden State, we've got Kevon Looney, Dante DiVincenzo out there with Stephen Curry. Then there's Draymond Green, and it's Thompson in at the 3 spot.
Oh, nice feed. On time and on target.
Here's Curry. Pass to Green. Now Looney. Inside. Here's Thompson. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket.
I mean, he had the right idea, but his timing was just a little off, and it resulted in a goaltend.
Thompson's gone 3 of 6 shooting from the field so far. George against Thompson. George passes to Zubac. Back to George. 6 to shoot. He hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Nice recognition from Paul George there. Understanding the shot clock situation and cashing in.
Pass to Thompson. And the foul called on Draymond Green. That's his first foul. Poole, he's checked in for DiVincenzo. And so here are the Clippers. 7-point differential. Here's Wall. Out to Covington. Jacks up a 3. Warriors with the rebound. Green's got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to Curry. Looney with the ball. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry. And the Warriors lead by 9.
Terrific work inside from Looney. He continues to get more comfortable down there.
For 3, George. And again, it's the Clippers missing. The Warriors shooting a nice 50% for the game. To the middle. Here's Looney. And Looney with the slam.
Nice to see Looney getting involved with the slam there. An athletic player who provides some muscle for them around the rim.
George against Thompson. And George with the jam.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Thompson passes to Green. Back to Thompson. Pass to Looney. Shot clock at 6. Golden State needs to get off a shot. He buries it from 3. Thompson's got 5 points now this quarter.
And Thompson's coaching staff encourages him to take quick shots. They know how deadly he is.
Now here's Wall. Zubac screen. George passes to Zubac. Second chance shot. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a 3-point play here.
He was able to simply lay it in over the top of the smaller man.
Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Los Angeles. Powell comes in for Kennard. And Golden State also making a switch. Wiggins is checked in.
At the line for 1.
The Warriors have got all 4 shots to go in this final quarter. Curry against Wall. Now here's Curry. Defense is right there. Thompson outside. 6 on the shot clock. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We played about 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter here. Down low. Wiggins with a steal. The kick out, Curry. Green with a screen on Leonard. Here's Curry. Pass to Green. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry. Curry's got 3 assists in the game.
Draymond is just a master at executing the screen and roll.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
1:57 left to play in the 4th quarter. George's shot is off.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's going to be on Ivica Zubac.
Stephen Curry continues to develop all aspects of his game. Next step was to get the ball into the paint. He's done that.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Warriors.
It's just a passing clinic from them in this game. Solid communication and unselfish play all around.
And we can't forget about how ferocious they've been cutting to the rim, just going right at defenders and finding ways to finish.
You gotta respect Steph Curry's willingness to carry the load. He never backs down from a challenge, and he will work himself to the bone trying to provide for his team.
He's perfect from the line this time. 1:46 left in the game. George against Thompson. George passes to Powell. Zubac screen to the paint. Powell finds Zubac. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Great floor awareness. Powell knows how to find his open teammates.
Outside Curry. Pass to Green. Back to Curry from deep. Powell pulls it in.
Just not feeling it from beyond the arc. Sometimes that happens. He's trying to shoot his way out of it.
George's shot is off. The Warriors have gotten 5 of their 7 shots to fall in this final quarter.
Both sides are simply waiting for the clock to make it official. This is going to end up in the books as a nice win for the Warriors.
Well, Grant, I don't know if there was one deciding factor in this game, but I'd say shooting accuracy if I had to choose.
Agreed, B.A. They really went after quality looks and shot the ball with confidence.
And they got a lot of great solo efforts tonight, but probably none bigger than the performance for Draymond Green.
No, there's a few ways to control a game, right? You can do it with pace, you can do it with patience and efficiency. Tonight, he did it by owning the boards.
Now here's Curry. And out of bounds, Los Angeles will have it.
Yeah, communication breakdown. 2 guys thinking in opposite directions. The pass winds up in the stands.
.26 seconds left in the game. Pass to Coffey. Shoots over Kuminga. Offensive rebound. Puts up a 3. Coffey can't get it to go. Curry with it. And so Golden State takes this one, and by a big margin. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can be proud of.
Very true. I mean, when you're out on the road, the wins can feel a little sweeter. This one has to feel extra special.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Steve Smith, this is Brian Anderson with our 2K Sports crew signing off as we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Stephen Curry.